Hello and welcome. My name's Ian and I am Butcher Deacon. It's Saturday night, so it's Saturday Night Live, and I'm just waffling on. I'm the only one watching this court because people watch this later on. So I'm just checking a few things out first, like my microphone's working, which I'm pretty sure it is. Can't be 100% so we'll get back on that. Yeah, I hope you're well. It's like I said, my name's Ian, Butcher to Vegan, Butcher for over 30 years, vegan for over 6.5 now. Yeah, 6.5 years, be 7 on January the 1st. It's a little while away before I'm 7 years, but yeah. Welcome one and all. You want to watch the channel? A few things. I was going to grab something quickly in a minute. But I need to check a few things out. Yeah, I don't want to start waffling on too much before people get into the channel. But they were. Hello. Please, if you've got any questions or want to say hi or anything, please do. Yeah, just checking something else out then. Yeah, Saturday Night Live. So just do it in just like a chilled, informal. They went straight. But I mean, it comes and goes, waiting for the people, waiting for the crowd. It's really difficult to set up the live. I find it difficult for me. It's the hardest thing I do, to be honest with you. But I was just checking something else. Yeah, so I usually start a waffle. I'll tell you what, let's just start. It's been a week, isn't it? It's a week till Fars is open day, which is next Saturday, 10:30 till 5, which would be great. It's £5 for adults, £3 for children. If you're in the area, it's Farm Animal Rescue Sanctuary, Fars, just outside Stratford-upon-Avon, about 7 miles outside. It's well worth a visit, it really is, for the open day. But if you go, just make sure you take some rich tea biscuits because they love their rich tea biscuits, do the sheep. So yeah, I got a thumbs up. So yeah, thank you. Thumbs up. Yeah, so yeah, when people please got any comments, any questions, put them across. Yes, it's a week today to Fars, and it's I break up next Friday for my 2 weeks off, which won't affect this. Apart from the one Saturday night I won't be able to do, but I'll change the day and you'll have plenty of notice. It'll be the Friday or the Sunday. Might even treat us all and do both. Depends how it goes, we'll sort it out. But I've got 2 weeks off. I talked about that last week a bit. Still no further ahead of my plans. Frank is here, by the way. Just hello. Yeah. She's just chilling. It's a lot cooler now, to be honest. So she's just chilling and enjoying herself. Well, sleeping. She didn't you, Gil? Yeah. So next week's it. I've got 5 more shifts. I didn't have any work today, and I've got no work tomorrow, which is unusual, but it's a welcome break, to be honest. It is a welcome break to have a couple of days off. So I'm getting ahead on a few things. So yeah, like I said, next week we got the Fars open day. It's the day that I finally hand over the proceeds from the channel to the gang at Fars when I see them, because that's important to me to get clarity. It's not a bad sum, actually. It's a nice sum, but it's all done through you guys who support and watch the channel and watch the adverts, as I always point out. So yeah, I'm just still not 10. I've got to just wait for the July earnings, which easily be sorted by then. But I've never taken any of the money out because it's not mine, as far as I'm concerned. It's always been. I always said it would be initially dedicated to Fars, and I'm keeping to my word on that front. What's up, Ty? And Ty's just come in the room. What's that? He's been not on the keyboard. He's right behind. Wait. Come on then. Do you want to join in? No? You just want to round? Your fan base if you come on board. Yeah. No, he's going to try something in a minute. He's bound to, aren't you, boy? Yeah. Yeah, so it's all about it's the calm before the storm for me, really, to be honest with you. I am going to be at the Fars, obviously, as I keep mentioning it, but I don't know if I'm doing anything there or not yet. I get to talk to them in the near future. I did message yesterday, but I don't interact as much as I should do. Seeing as I'm one of the volunteers there, I don't do enough, to be honest with you. That's why I do this, to the income. We got to do what we got to do, and working busy lives as everyone else does as well. We'll understand you can't always be there, but I try, So that's it on the fast front. Well, I haven't yet donated, which I said I would do last week, and I looked into it yesterday. Something went wrong. I went onto the Amazon page, and there was a problem with the Amazon page yesterday when I went to buy the kitten food. the kitten food, which I think is IAMS, it's on there at wish list for the Eden Animal Rescue, which is based just in Penrath, isn't it? Where Lacey's Caves kittens are, and there are some other kittens in there. So I'm going to get the kitten food, and they wanted some whiskers or something as well, which I went to do it like yesterday, and there was a problem with the Amazon page, and I will do the membership still. So I hope to no excuses in a week or so. So mind you, they need the food now. I know that, and I should take that on board. It's really just checking my phone. Just the short, and it's just going to. Yeah, I'm a bit apprehensive because Ty's just behind us, and he's likely to just jump over and land on the keys and destroy everything, as Ty does. But yeah, so yeah, I haven't progressed on anything with the Lacey's Cave kittens at Eden, to be honest with you. Just been too busy this week. I'm still doing the challenge or whatever, but I've done all the paperwork for the first video with a few on the station when I've been doing this 60-day challenge, but I haven't filmed it yet. I've done all my notes. I have did me 30-day, which is the halfway point. You have to do all these weighing and measurements, and I went down from 105.2 to 96.25. So it's about 12.75 pounds, I think it was in total. 6 point something kilos or something like that, 6 kilos, something like that. Just under 6 kilos, 12.75 pounds so far. But the measurements, a little bit off here and a little bit there off, which I will do in one of those videos. I had to do all the measurements on the 30-day mark. But my neck seems to be worried. Hello. I know. Hey. Come on then. Come on. Come on then. Yeah. Okay. Never going to lose a viewer because they want a bit of fuss. Come on then. This is Ty. Ty goes through stages, and he's at the needy stage at the moment, which is fine. But he's at the needy stage at the moment, but he goes through different stages, and he's got a little mark on him. Well, Mickey. Well, got a visit to the vets on Monday, so you look forward to that. If anyway. Never work with children or animals, they say. Frank is good as gold. She's just sleeping here. Yeah. But yeah, that's the Eden Vale. Eden Animal Rescue. I don't know. I keep getting confused with Evesham Vale, sorry, which I've been a member of as well. Really difficult when you do that. So yeah, it's come on you. It's all bingo. This is real waffle. I do find it really hard to waffle. Sometimes it gets a bit busy on here, and then it's lovely. There's a chat and people saying hi and all that and asking questions, but it's not. I just waffle, and sometimes I'm just not in the mood for waffling, to be honest with you. And I'm always apprehensive of you and I, eh? Always apprehensive of you. Yeah. And he's not afraid. He's not shy of really putting his claws in, if you know what I mean. Oh yeah, you're not adverse to putting your claws in. Oh monkey. Yeah, come on. So yeah, I will watching. Please, if you've got any questions, please ask away. If you've got any comments, anything at all, they are appreciated. Please just do it. I learned something today, apparently, that when you have the I learned it the other day, to be honest. When you have sushi, and we can get vegan sushi because sushi is cold rice. You don't have to have the fish in it. When you have your vegan sushi, the wasabi, it's horseradish. I'm so naive because wasabi is so expensive apparently, that you usually get horseradish, which I never knew. Oh. Coming up with the ideas for the cooking, which will be coming along. See, yeah. Frankie get jealous in a minute, and she'll want fuss too. And this would be Ty and Frankie's petting hour, hey? Yeah, what you know. No, I know what you're thinking. No. No. Hi, Gil. Yeah. Yeah, you can come in as well if you want. Room for you too. Come on. She wants to. Yeah. Yeah. No, Ty. He just wants to. Oh, it's a hard life, isn't it, for him, say? You okay? You okay? Okay, there, girl. How's my teeth? My teeth are looking really pretty good. That's looking a bit. What's going on there? Could do with a polish. Yeah, your teeth could do with a polish. Yeah. Come on. Yes, yes, yes. I know. I know. Which we've got no grandchildren yet, isn't it? Because I'd have a grandchild on my case, I imagine, right now as well. Yeah. You just do that. If I do this. I'll just do it like that. Just a fraction and see. Sure, I've got two hands. Because they both want the attention. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. It's a bit quiet on the vegan front at the moment because if you can tell by my vegan, well, that's not the vegan food side of things for me. It's because with the diet, I'm not trying anything. Okay, well, I don't have to. Okay, don't claw in me. Oh, all fruits and vegetables and proper healthy meals for me at the moment. What's going on there, Frank? Hey, hey, grey chin. Frank has got a grey chin. 19th of August, by the way, which is a Thursday. Might get you down to the seaside, but we'll have to find a beach which is Frankie friendly. Yeah, you and Dick be at the beach. You'd love it, wouldn't you? You'd love it. Yes. Get you a cake for your birthday? Frankie cake? Yes, I know I'm lazy. I'm going to make Frankie a cake. Yes, I am going to make you a cake. Yes, I am. Okay. Yeah, say, put music to this and just have you two chilling out, I think. Do it live and just have you laying on the sofa and people watching you. Good. How's life? Hard life. Yeah, I know. Yeah. If anyone watching got any comments or questions, please put them out there. Interactive on a evening, and you're all welcome to share your points of views, your comments, everything. Because at the moment, I'm just stuck for things to talk about. I'm not cooking enough. I'm not using my cookbooks enough at all, to be honest with you. As you can tell, my shorts, my meal of the day shorts have gone right down because of this challenge, which means I'm not using my cookbooks enough to get recipes to then do a vegan food review, cookbook review. The food review is dull at the moment because of the 60-day challenge. It's all ultra healthy. The videos will come on that, but they're not going to be that great if you're not interested in them. You know, I have tofu every day. I do a big bowl at the moment of at least once a day, always up for breakfast because I've never been a breakfast eater, but I've got into eating breakfast. I have some Greek or soya yogurt. They're both soya, but Greek style or plain yogurt. Usually a number of different fruits. Usually always includes bananas, but a mixture of melon, strawberries, plums, apple, pears. I've got some apricots and some nectarines coming up, but I've not used them yet. And then I used the mixed seeds, the chia mixed seeds up. The hemp seeds before that, because Jane asked, do I have anything particular? I have a few things that I'm going to be using the hemp seeds in. They're just good source of vitamin, for protein and fiber, to be honest with you. And they're really expensive. But if you don't try these things, you don't know, do you? So I'm trying a few things. And the reason I've started this thing is because I was having a few issues stomach-wise, and because of the Crohn's, I just thought, I haven't got any Crohn's symptoms, but it's always in the back of my mind because it's always been there. It's been there since 2001. So I decided to eat healthier. The exercise plan as well. I mean, you get a number of different challenges you have to do a day, and it's brilliant. Some of it's just like 10 minutes of sunlight first thing in the morning, drinking a certain amount of water, and it's all good. I'm just keeping to the program. I am enjoying it. I'm not taking part in the community. I'm probably the only vegan on this 60-day challenge, to be honest with you. But I believe there may have been one or two in the past. It's not designed or targeting vegans. It's a very carnivore meat eater type. It's carnivore fish as well. I don't know if you can. Of course, it's not plant-based, which vegan is plant-based, obviously, but I understand the difference between plant-based and vegan. I am vegan. I'm just saying that it's not, and one of the targets is a lot of protein, which is very difficult to get a lot of protein in, the quantities for the calories. And I will go into it in the videos. I really, really will. And if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know sometimes I'm a bit on the go slow. It's like when I went vegan, I didn't do a channel straight away. I left it for 3 months, January, February, March, 3 months, because I wanted to make sure there'd been mud in my face sort of thing. And this challenge, I'm over halfway now on day 32. And if you said, with the stats, lost a load of weight, which is great, exercising 5 days a week. I will go into it more because if I've missed the exercise, they're not horrific amounts, but the gym was closed for 10 days. The gym that I've been a member of for a long time, since it opened many, many moons ago. And, but it was closed for 10 days, which affected me being able to use it. So, I go to the gym. We use the gym, I use the treadmill. I could have just gone out on the runs. It's 2 days of running, 3 days of weights, 2 rest days. Rest days were always on a Friday and a Monday, but you can change them. But yeah, it's a good challenge for me. Hello, Jane. I'm glad you're. Jane, it's a very different thing, but I'd like to sign up for a digital detox challenge. I'm not confident I would manage, but it's very much needed for me. So sweet that you have a cat and dog. Eva, where do you go, Ty? Where do you want to go? Not the keyboard. Sorry, Jane. What are you? Is there anything particularly you're trying to detox from? I mean, there are different. I just want to get the bears. I know there are different types of detox. I don't want to talk at me backside. Yeah. Ty's. The first time he came in the other day, and I fell asleep, and he fell asleep here. And Frankie's fell asleep here, but it's not that often. What kind of detox is it you're after, Jane? I mean, if my friend's birthday on Monday, he's a meat eater, he's a carnivore, let's say. He's definitely not a vegan, but we went out and we went to Spoons, and I had it's the first time I'd had bread, I had a burger, a vegan burger, not meant to have any processed foods, and I did say, didn't I? It's my birthday, I'm going out for ice hockey, and the day before my birthday, so I thought, well, I'll do them. But it's my friend's birthday, so I took him out. I'm going to read you a message story. And I went to Spoons. Oh, okay, I'll get back. Don't worry. I'll load up, Jane. Thank you, Jane. It's a bugger, isn't it? I hope you're back. They do a really weird thing. They say moderate apps. So I think it's like every 15 minutes or so, Jane, 20 minutes or something like that, Jane. But they want the trouble is YouTube want their piece of the pie, don't they? Let's be honest. they're getting paid no matter what, so they want their piece of the pie. But thank you. It's still, going. I said at the beginning, I don't know if you hear the, I'm going to hand the money over next Saturday. But I appreciate that, Jane. I really do. I did get, I was saying, so I took my friends out for a meal and I had the burger. So I had onion rings and the burger. And the strange thing was, and I said to him the next day when we spoke on the phone, he had what he had. And he actually had a burger, but it wasn't, it wasn't a vegan burger. So I had the Beyond Burger with an extra pate, onion rings, a large portion of onion rings, and chips. They hardly give you any chips. And it was my calories. I knew what it was going to be, so it's my calories used up. So I kept them by for it. But I woke up for Thai at 5:30 in the morning, meowing outside, wanting to come in. And I was hungry. I didn't eat, but I was really hungry. And I said, that hasn't happened all through this diet. So be interested. Part of this challenge thing, it's a challenge. It's it's Jane. I spend way too much time on my phone. So do I. But be honest, a lot of it's when I'm out walking the dogs. I have podcasts on. And you spend social media. It takes so much time away from doing productive stuff. It's a difficult. I get it because I come home in a chill and I'll lie on the sofa and put the TV on and just let something play. But it's difficult. Oh, sorry, digital detox. I'm sorry, Jane. I didn't see it. Hello, Ali. Oh yeah, hope you're well. Digital. Sorry. Yeah. Right. So let me just do something on this for you. Right. I'm just going to go on to this challenge thing. I'm going to say a few things here because it won't affect. I had to do the primal. It's called primal day B. They have different days. It's the plan. So I had to do a workout today. I'm not going to go into the workout on here, but I'm just going to go through something with you. Hiya, Jane. Ali, social media is the only company I would have lost. I would be lost without it. See, I have to do 10 minutes silence in nature. And I struggle with that, even though I'm out, because silence with nature, because I don't take it as when I'm walking Frankie or Digby, all the dogs, because I'm calling the dogs, but actually being out in nature and listening to it, So the next one I find hard is I don't find it easy because I've had to really go into it. Active intentional connection. I phone in front of someone and talking to them to make sure they're okay because I am, it's just, I'll catch up with chats in a minute. Sorry, just going through this page. Active intentional connection, hot and cold exposure. I do that with the shower. I'm in the shower, warm shower, soap, and I put it on cold. I bloody hate it. But I do it 2 or 3 times over the time I'm in the shower. I mix between the two. Okay. Daily mobility, which is a workout session. They give you ideas. You've got to drink 80 to 120 ounces of water a day, which is a lot of water. It really, really is. But you're not permitted any caffeine or anything. So I do have a cup or two of decaf now, but I didn't the first 10 days. I've had some beans and pulses, but I didn't in the beginning. Morning sun. You've got to get out in the morning sun. Get some actual morning sun into you, which is relatively easy. 7 to 9 hours sleep a day. I struggle with that one. That has been my hardest one, is the sleep. Getting 7 to 9 hours I find really difficult, and to walk 8,000 steps a day. Well, yeah, my Garmin set to 10. I'm a dog walker, so that's easy, but it's not like on the weekend when I do like just Frankie and Digby a couple of walks. But if I don't commit to that, if I don't complete 10,000, which is well above theirs, I'm in trouble in other ways because I lose points on my Garmin. Ali, social media difficult. Jane, I could never give up completely, Ali, but I waste a lot of time on my phone. There's a trouble with these things. My phone's an old one. What is my iPhone? It's an old one. Bear with me. I have nothing to hide. General. Right. It's an iPhone 12. It's got 943 videos and 16,802 photos and 32 applications. Of 128 GB, I've only got 1.98 available, which means I've used a lot of it up all the time. Oopsie. But yeah, I use it a lot. And it is, but this is more powerful than those great big computers that took up the old room back in the 80s and early 90s, I should say, when I first got into them. It's amazing what you can do on them, but they're a blessing and a curse. It's such a blessing and a curse, these pockets. I mean, checking some out. Oh. Yeah, so I just come out on my phone. That's again. But I'll be honest with you, let's go through it. I go on Facebook every single day. I've got a lot of friends up north, even just like their posts and what have you. I've got a lot of friends up north. They've got a big gathering this weekend, which I'm not. I go on the YouTube studio every day, check my Gmail every day, check my bank a couple of times a week, sometimes. Depends on which week of the month it is, because I don't know. I've been on MyFitnessPal every day, but I've left it for months, but I'm on it. I use the calculator a few times a week. I watch YouTube a little bit. I go on the Garmin app a bit. I go on Instagram a little bit. I go on this band is I can't think what you call it now. Roxfit or whatever. I go on it once a week or so. Messages from my customers. Rarely go into the notes. I'm on this app for this program I'm doing. I go on Amazon when I buy, obviously, and I've got an app for my scales, which I got. I rarely go on the British Gas one, the British Gas, and I go on the All Trails when I need to. I use the Yucca app when I go food shop. I use the radio a little bit. I rarely use ChatGPT, rarely. And there's a music channel up north in Newcastle under Lyme, Dance Revolution, and I do that sometimes. Rarely, I sometimes go on the Met Office weather map and the Aurora Watch is the other thing. So yeah, that's the ones I use. The others, I need to delete some, but I'm afraid to delete. But yeah, so that's when I go in the photos and delete a load. But I take photos every day and send them to my customers, so they know what they're doing. I have an addictive personality. Back in the 90s, when I first got my desktop computer, I got addicted to playing Tetris. I played for hours, and oh my word! And then on the phone, on the Nokia, Worms. Is it called Worms? Yeah, we've all been there. And the Solitaire. TikTok, I'm on a lot, friends. I vanish when my health declines and don't see people. So it's my lifeline. I think I've looked at TikTok once. It's not for me personally, but I'm not going to knock anyone. It's a difficult one. I mean, look how it affected all the good and the bad during COVID. I don't watch terrestrial TV. I watch YouTube videos. I find insightful and different people. I went through it a bit the other day. I watch YouTube videos. I watch Netflix sometimes, usually in the autumn, winter months, and Amazon. But Amazon don't give you a lot, to be honest, on their channel, really. So it's usually my primary is YouTube. But I'll watch stuff. I'll sit there and I'll watch someone in the wilderness just living for a few. And then it's got to the stage now. I've stopped watching some because they go wild fishing and what have you for salmon or trout, whatever. It doesn't matter what they're into, and I won't watch it now. So even it's declined on what I watch on YouTube in that sense. I do watch fellow vegan YouTubers, and I make sure that I watch their adverts because I know it's how they get their bit. I watch everything. I learn I try to learn through YouTube. I use YouTube like podcasts, like I use Spotify. I didn't say I use Spotify. I will listen to audiobooks on Spotify, and I will have YouTube, and there are other ones. Ty is a little bugger. He's right on the socket. What are you doing there? You've got this lovely sofa, and you're led over the extension cable for the. Got his paws on my phone as well. He's right there. With my hand, I'm scratching his head. He's just and yeah, it's games on phones too. I played a fish game for hours and hours, and then installed Tetris, but don't have anything like that. I would never get anything else done. I'm so sorry that your friends abandoned you, Ali. I don't understand how and why anyone would do that. Friends are friends, whenever the elf says. That's true. So true. One of my good friends is a bit older, and he's got dementia, and it's really, really difficult. I still try and be that, but I can't all the time because he's still capable though, and he's still driving. He shouldn't be driving. He's lost his car 3 times in the last month. Gone off somewhere in the car and can't remember where he's put his car. How he's allowed to drive is beyond me, but that's a different story. That's not what this is about. And it's difficult. Like you said, friends are there. I haven't been out with my friend for over 2 years. When I took him for a bite to eat because it was his birthday, he was working late on his birthday, and he's a store manager at Morrison, so he was working late. So I said I was going to say do the Tuesday, but his children weren't round. But then, so I changed it and gave him the options. Nanny the Vegan Cat Lady. There's a backpacker I watched on YouTube, and he was great, but the stuff he suddenly ate is used. I thought, I can't look. Yeah, that's what I mean. I watch A's Outdoors, but I don't, because he will hunt things as well, at times, and he'll go coastal fishing, so I stopped watching it. I did say about the river cottage last week with the fishing, which put me off. I think as we go with vegans, and this is not, the longer we're vegan, the less we can watch and tolerate of that. I mean, can I just do a shout out? Joey Carlsberg's video, whatever it's about, because obviously we all know it's out tomorrow. So I'm not saying I look forward to watching it, but I'll watch it. I struggle with some. Thanks, Jane. It's difficult, Friends and family are a difficult one. Oh, don't, Ali. I'm always calling him Carlsberg. I know, Carlstrong, yeah. I'm always calling him Carlsberg. I don't know why. I don't even drink. I don't think Carlsberg's vegan, but I don't drink. I don't know why I call him Carlsberg. I know it's Carlstrong. Sorry, you're absolutely right, Joey Carlsberg. Carlstrong. Don't. Yeah, that's me all over. Plonker. But yeah, he's got his video out tomorrow. Yeah, and I love it. Yeah. Perhaps it's because I haven't had a drink. God. Let's go through that. I don't know. I always call him Carlsberg though. How many days has it been? Just give me a sec. I haven't got a clue. I don't check it even weekly or monthly. Oh, 501 days since I last had a drink. An alcoholic beverage. Now, I have got some vegan, non-alcoholic wines out in the dining room, but technically, I don't know. Technically, I don't want to waste the calories while I'm doing this challenge, But yeah, I'm sorry, I got it. Yeah. Carlsberg. I nearly called him Carlsberg again. Yeah. Oh, great. The temperature's going back up on Monday, but then there's a slight possibility chance here on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then after that, Saturday was meant to forecast rain, but now it's sun, which is good because we've got the open day. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I enjoy a few non-vegan YouTubers, mostly few who live in or just general lifestyle stuff, but then they do or eat something non-vegan. I get fed up with them and don't watch for a while. It's really difficult because it's not. we're all the same on this one. We watch a YouTuber and it's vegan, and we know if they do decide to show you something they're cooking, unless it's someone who's the GO, it's not going to offend you, is it? It's going to be absolutely fine. It's good. But then you go into other people's lives. I watch a guy called Paul Messner. He does camping outdoors. Love it. But he's not going to eat a vegan meal. You know what I mean? It's just, if he's going to eat something, it's not going to be vegan. He's not going to look at the ingredients. He's not going to care. It's really difficult. And I did this the other day. I mean, I'm going to go through. Let's have a quick look at my description. Bear with me. Ike, I'm going to go through him. Ike Camping Cook. That's Paul Messner's other child. Lovely guy, lovely wife, but they're not vegans. Yeah, I'm just saying they're not vegans. Jason Opera, he's a CrossFit Games athlete, so he's on CrossFit Games. Vegan proteins. I can watch her, and I know I'm not going to be worried about what she's going to be cooking. Yeah, we feel safe. We do. But yeah, so vegan proteins. The Doctor's Kitchen, I like him. He's mainly plant-based. He will eat salmon or tuna. No, I'm not saying tuna. I don't think of it, but he does. He does a lot of vegan recipes, so I keep an eye on him because I like it. But I am a bit wary because I go into a channel now, and if they do, I can't be bothered to watch it. I just don't want to watch it. It's not me. Liberation. That's about alternative lifestyle. So you're pretty safe unless I've not seen one on there where they've got the animals and they've decided they're going to butcher. They built off-grid. Liberation. Fergus Crawley, he does Horlicks, but he will eat. He's definitely not a vegan, and at times he does his foods. Level 50 lifestyle. He's definitely not. He's my Marmite, and I don't ever watch it. I listen to him when I'm out. I listened to him this afternoon. Bone broth keeps cropping up on some channel. It's so bad. Oh, yeah. I mean, I did a short a while ago in Tesco's, and a vegan stock. It's a small packet, 500ml, I say. It was $7.99. We all know there's other options out there. And while I'm going to go through these. I never use nutritional. I've always got a type of nutritional yeast. Don't use it enough. Jeff Nippard, but he's a kind of a bodybuilder, but he does exercise and not. Mark Felton Productions, he does military history. I like him. Buttery Bros, but they're not vegan. Bo Miles, he's not vegan, but he doesn't touch food. He does. He's an Australian. He does a. John Talks About, it's a good one, but I like him, but he's not a vegan. And you watch him eat out. Fraser, but the good, the bad, and the football. But I like that because it's Paul Scholes and Nicky Button on there. Broth keeps cropping this over time. Yeah. 1 of 10 podcast. I've only just come across that. I don't know what it's all about yet. Brad Newton, fitness. I like exercise. Mark Lewis. Now, this is one. He was a meat eater. He went vegan. And now he's plant-based. And if you know him, he's got a... went vegan for quite a while, and then he went plant-based. But it's plant-based. He's got chickens. I've got a theory on this. I thought about this today on a walk in the country. And he's got goats. I don't think he's going to eat. I think the goats are just because he's got so much land in his small loads in Wales. So stop there for a sec. I had this come across me earlier. I've always thought I would never rule out having chickens again. And like even farms, they've got chickens down there at the sanctuary. So same. But it seems to me, when vegans get chickens, it's a gateway. It's a side door getting back in because they tend to. I think there's a YouTuber out there that disappointed whose birthday's next Saturday, who I'd originally got to go to Fars. Not going to say his name, not bringing his name up. But it all started, he got chickens. And as I said, when I spoke to him, he was on about getting other animals, and I said like pigs and sheep, and we had a conversation because I thought he meant like rescue, like farms, but it wasn't. So I do think is having chickens a gateway to getting back into it, and I don't. That would worry, See, I'd give chickens an implant. Can you do that? Get an implant so they don't lay eggs. I didn't realise you could, because chickens naturally stop laying eggs, don't they? That's why all the commercial ones let them go after 2 years, because for the commercial who only care, like Happy Egg Company, and that, yeah, that's a company that's beyond the pale. No one wants none of these commercial places want the chicken after 2 years because the laying decreases massively, which means they're not financially viable for them. It's sick. Yeah, it comes across because there's Mark Lewis. He started with chickens. The other person that I liked did his book reviews and all the rest. He got chickens. I don't know if it's a side way in. While you're there, yes, you can. They gave implants for the chicken. Okay, that's something I've never looked into. But that if I did get no, so the thing is, I just thought, would I just put them out for someone, give them to the food? I don't know. I never thought about it, to be honest with Ali. Ali, you mentioned I can't think of the name of it now. It'll come up on here in a minute. Yes, I do watch the dog channel that you were referring to, but I watch a few, and I can't remember the name of the but so I watch a few. Oh, yours was the one in the States. Yes, I do watch him now, but not frequently because there's a YouTube UK one. Oh, yeah. It makes them stop laying. It helps their bones and helps it. You're doing it as far as they feed and the eggs back to the chickens, as they are really good nutrition for the girls. Yeah. Asher House, sorry, yes, Asher House I watched, but there's another one I'll come up to in a minute, a UK one I watched, but Asher House is brilliant because he's done so many dogs now. He's up so many. Yeah, come on, Jane, they're fast. They give the chickens watermelons as well, don't they? And all sorts. They're really, really good. And that other one, I don't want to mention his name. He was feeding them back to the chickens as well. So I kind of get that. And even back in the day, when I had KF&C, which I've done the story about a few times, I don't need to go into because they were never going to be it. That's why they were all rescued. They had virtually no feathers on them when I got them. And they grew into really good, strong, healthy girls who had the out of the back garden, which ruined my lawn, but they did. They'd eat their eggs as well. That too, Jane. Yeah, so good. Those vegan guys, which are obviously, I'm going back to Professor Gerds Explains, kind of an interesting guy. Seth Caphart, MD. He's the one whose challenge I'm doing. Seth Caphart, MD. I watch him. He's not vegan in any way. He talks about it here and there, but he doesn't really do. He does it. The food aspect only came in when I did his challenge, but he goes into it and he does say you can do it as vegans, but no rice, beans, or lentils, and this, that, and the other really makes it difficult. I've had to adapt it slightly, but it's going okay. The pioneer, Liam Brown, Red. He never cooked. You wouldn't know if he was. He goes camping across all the different countries, hikes across the countries, and he just have his milk. So if he says it's chicken, you don't see it, but he just tell you. Bodge Woodall Productions, but he's a bit of a. Is Marmite one for me. Simnet Nutrition. Simnet Nutrition. He's vegan. He's great. I'm going to read yours in a sec, Jane. The Natural Edge. So just a special forces brownie. Weezer Waiter, which has done vegan a few times, but I think that's where I found him. In nature, chickens only lay a few eggs each year. Yeah, they were bred by humans to lay loads more than, but it's really hard for these little bodies to do so. Most diabolical life. Like you said, a few a year, and now to be commercially commercially viable, they've got to lay 250. Depending on the breed, it's between 200 and 250 a year. And we all know what happens to the young males that come. Millions and millions, if not, well, at least hundreds of thousands a day of just slaughtered as soon as they're sexed. And it's gruesome, it's barbaric. And then you get the others where they put them in captivity, you know. I mean, I always disgusted with the Appy N company. They used to do that advert, didn't they? And they'd be on the quad bikes and all that, and then they showed you the battery houses that they were in. It absolutely diabolical, and they got away with it for so long. Then they got caught out, but they're still going. They have the worst, and then they just don't want them. What? You got a lot to say? Come here then. Come here. Come here. Yeah, they have an absolute, mind you, all farm animals have a rough time. We'll say the pony I mentioned last week is in a field now with two others, and I went and saw him yesterday. Yesterday, and Friday, and but then there was another one the other end of 4 miles the other side of town on the road. It's just Angar's life. She did a video. I haven't watched it. Well, I'm not up to yet. I'm 2 behind. I haven't seen the vegan apple flapjacks yet. I still want to make that Oreo cookie one. Yes, the males are sorted at birth and the females are killed once they are too old to lay and effectively be profitable. Or the females sometimes do get a second chance. Not enough, I know, but that's how I got mine. But then they want you to pay what they think is the commercial value of the chicken. It's disgusting. It's disgusting because they want every... The exploitation of these living creatures is diabolical. They you right, Gil? Go for a walk out somewhere. I'm obviously boring her. The exploitation of these creatures is absolutely terrible, and they get them as soon as they age, put them in the barn, and they'll either have them for egg laying production or meat, and then they're just chucked into a great big. And we've all seen the videos where in these great big, which after a week will absolutely reek of ammonia, where they're grown. And there are ways you can tell, and I don't want to go into all that in this channel, you can tell how cramped their lifestyles, but even when they're no longer with us, and they're grown so fast, which their bodies can't adapt, their bones don't get a chance to strengthen as they would naturally if they grow naturally. They give hello Ty. They're fed a strict diet so that which has got antibiotics, and I'll go that route in a second on that before I read the messages. They're not forced like at Farquhar, but they're fed a controlled diet purely so that they bung on weight as quick as they can. They're not interested in the health and well-being of the chicken. It's just, we want it at that weight because that weight gives us more profit. We want that. And it's the same with turkeys. The only animal farm that they do, geese have to be free range. You can't coop them up. But and they do this with these animals. And then also, you've got to remember, the chickens have antibiotics in their foods system because they're a rotting, dying chickens there in amongst them. They don't go every 20 minutes. There's 10,000 in the barn. Yeah, they will pick them up and just dispose of them. They will chuck them in the edge for the feral cats. If you ever find a battery chicken out, there'll be feral cats nearby for a reason. And it's not right. I'm just telling the facts as they are on this one. And they give all of them, the chickens, antibiotics. If cattle, beef, forever. If one cattle has to have antibiotics, the vet will do the whole lot. And I've talked about it before, but you'll always find the part of the rump, and it's in that. And the difference where they've jabbed the antibiotics in is completely different to the. But it's just, if you're going to be a meat eater, you're going to be consuming all the extra antibiotics you don't, amongst a vast array of other things that you just don't want in your body. And then when you really need the antibiotics, well, your body's become immune to them because and that's just a fact. And I've only been vegan for 6.5. I've been vegan since, just before my 50th, wouldn't it? If I was 49. So 49 years, I didn't give it a thought. And it's just, see the Yoki burns. Yeah, it's all money to the end, yes. See the Yoki burns. And yes, there's other things. If you really do, you can see where the wings have been broken as well, to be honest with you. Ogburns, yeah, I know you meant, sorry, I said Irish Rich. So glad to be vegan, Ali. Yeah, I really am, Jane. Yeah, people will mock. Yeah, they don't. The trouble is, yes, they mock us and tell us where it's unhealthy and weird, but it's the only way I want to live. You've got great knowledge of all this, and unfortunately, you don't want the knowledge of it, though. The truth is, you don't want knowledge of it. I feel so, I can feel so repulsed by what I did. And the signs were always there. Things, the wings on the chickens are the broke. You can tell, and I'm going to do this. You just know that you can tell when the wing's been broken. I don't want to. It's not like a guilt. It's just the reason I've become. How can I put this? That was time movement. What? Come on, then. Come on, then. Come on, then. I'm here. If you want loving, you come to me. I love you. I know. Yeah, it's difficult. I'll read it from the dangers of antibiotic. The thing is, in all honesty, you see things and you just dismiss it. And people eat things and they ignore things and it's great. But it's all about commercialization, though, isn't it? It's all been commercialized. I mean, we all know that. We all know that. I'm going to read the comments and then I'll go to talk about commercializing this step. I'm going to read your comments. It's a lot of talk about the changes of antibiotic resistance, but no one ever mentions the antibiotic that people consume. Well, that's just it. All they'll talk about, Jane, is the fiber. Not the protein. Sorry, they will talk to the end of the day about protein. They won't talk about all the other stuff they're taking and they don't want. It's all a horror story. Yeah. Yes, hard to live what you know, but you're in a good position to educate people. Yeah, and it's the thing is, I don't want to upset the regulars. Maybe I will do a few later on, and they'll be horrific. But you know what? I think I'd do them last week of November before people put their Christmas orders in, just in case one or two come across this channel, just so they know what the truth facts are, what they're dealing with. Yeah. Ali, it is Jane reports to me how people humanize it. Humans normalize it, yeah. Look what and who you now though in. I bought all the stuff that you sold as a butcher. So I was no, but yeah, I know. I did think cat lady. Oh, hello, sweetie. Okay, she's gone back to sleep again now. We'll talk about Frankie on a different day, to be honest with you. There's things that I will talk about a different day. Right, Gil? Yeah, no, we've all been there, but we brought up when I was a youngster, my first I never sugar, what's going on? One sec. Where's YouTube? Hello. Sorry about that, guys. I hope we didn't lose you. Sorry, I didn't lose you on any of it for too long. That was I got to keep away from this. One of my first remembering of a child was go up the road, turn right, go down 50 meters. There was the butcher's shop, and they used to own the old lamb carcasses on a rail in the window. You know, I mean, my first, I worked in a, when I first, back in the, it's changed a lot. Go through a few things. In the 80s, I started autumn 87. And, well, September, whatever that, September, yeah, autumn 87. And they had, when they had the turkeys in, if there was something wrong, they would cut, say, they call them B grades, and you could cut a drumstick off. And they say, oh no, that's because it's been inspected. It wasn't because there was a problem. They cut the old thing off, and then they pull it out, and they do it slightly reduced because it was a bigger. I was frightened of butcher shops, but I still didn't go veggie until my 30s and vegan in my late 40s. Yeah, I understand. But so they do that. But butchers are very good at commercializing everything. They don't waste a single thing. They don't. I mean, it's all changed slightly. You used to have bone bins where the carcass. Oh, sorry. What are you doing, Gil? Frank has got fidgets on it today. You used to have a bone bin, and you get money for the waste. And you don't, the fat, the gristle, the skin, the bones would go into a bone bin, and they would give you an envelope, and it would have cash in it. And it transpired that that was all used for soaps and that back in the day. So they never waste a thing. I mean, pet shops now, if you go into Pets at Home, and they would, all the big beef bones are all cooked up now, aren't they? And they give them to it just goes on and on and on, and they will exploit. Someone will always exploit because there's money in it. And that's what it's the kind of video would be powerful. Hope you feel able to do this. I will do sometime. I will do. I just do it when I think there's times, isn't there? You do it, you don't do it. I mean, you'd have to do it now, barbecue season. Yeah, you could do it now. But it's so difficult because yeah, they have everything in it. Like I said, what they're doing now is what's happened is the truth. The truth is, butchers used to sell every byproduct that they couldn't use. Usually, it all changed. It's changed over the years. You used to have minced meats, minced beef, meats. You could put any meat in it. It changed. That changed. You're going back up till the early 90s. You get away with that. Pet mints, they would put anything in it to get. And the reason it had the colour is they used the liver and the lights. They buy in bags and bags of liver and light. You get colour. I mean, back in the day with minced meats, you put, because you can, beef, lamb and pork, you would never use lamb, it's too expensive apart from the bits you couldn't. But then you put pig's hearts in it for the colouring. That's how they did it. And I've just been but it's also the kind of thing, so I'll get there. It's the kind of thing, it was all legal. There was nothing illegal about it. But then there was a powder, I think, call it magic dust or something, and they put it on when the meat dries out, it goes dry, like beef. You put this miracle powder on it, and it would instantly look like fresh again. But the point is, it's a chemical. And that's why you get these packets of people. They cottoned on. I'm doing the butchers before I do the shops. They cottoned on. If a pork chop was a bit past its best or anything, or beef skirt, the vet way we call it, was a bit past its best, you put a seasoned pork chop, you could put a glaze, like a Chinese glaze or something on it, or dice up and make it sweet and sour glaze on it, or barbecue glaze, or honey mustard glaze. And you could do with the beef, you can use a chimichurri. You're disguising some of that's gone past its best. You're adding weight for the product because the powder weighs as well, so you always got your money back, and you were selling something that was and they were doing it all the time. And so if in theory now you buy the products in a supermarket, because their butcher shops are almost a thing of the past. You buy it from a supermarket, and then the supermarket would let you buy the powder separately, and do it that way. So you got all that. Where I was going with this, now that's all stopped so much. So instead, you get these pets that are natural, and they call it old natural or whatever they want to call it. There was even one at the Evesham Vale the other week. There were 2 stores that blew my mind. It was predominantly vegan, but you could have. It was predominantly vegan. You had animal rights, different charities there, from greyhounds to rabbits to pigeons to farms weren't there, but you had all sorts of different animal charities there. It's on an animal hospital site, and they had one which was selling all the different, like you just said, bits of animal carcass, and they had I didn't see because, and they had a barbecue stand there as well, and I didn't see anyone go to them as well. I think everyone was kind of appalled, to be honest, that they were there, but it's what they were doing. Trackers, yeah, they dry everything out now. They'll even do, they make something out of rabbit legs, and it's we're in a society now where we don't really want for anything. We're not going to starve. My grandparents' generation, I heard stories, bigger families back in the day, more children, let's say, and they would cook everything, and my nan would make a big stew, and she'd make a big stew. It'd be beef. I'm quite happy to make a vegetable stew now and love it, absolutely love it. So they do all these different things. Where I'm going at is, so they do it, and they'd have meat. And there was the commercial aspect. We've been commercialized into everything from you watching your YouTube videos, and an advert comes on for something that you should want, desire, need, have, or it could be a McDonald's. It blows my mind the amount of times I check, I'm watching a YouTube channel and they'll have a KFC or a McDonald's or something like that come up. Absolutely blown away every time it happens, but it happens frequently. So, but then we've been commercialized into it. It's because, but then you got to look at the commercialization is there's an advertising company who don't give a damn about what the product is, but they need that product to sell. So the person that produces that product pays them and keeps them happy to do it. So we just need one massive. I mean, let's be frank and honest. If Jeff Bezos sold Amazon, put Whole Foods as it was traditionally meant to be, a vegan supermarket, but made them all over the world, veganism would stand a chance. But he's not going to do that because it's all about the money. And, there are some great, Huel, Huel, the vegan protein. It's vegan, but it's massively expensive. Well, I've always thought that, but now, you know what? My greatest gripe against it, and that's like she knows, my biggest gripe against it now is it's highly processed, isn't it? So that's what's put me off at the moment. When I'm thinking unflavoured, the best way, vegan proteins for me. But I go in a shop, we get a couple of, or even options of non-vegan 20 options. Yeah, it's even well, we all know if you watch my channel, Tesco says, "Oi, you right there?" Ty's gone out and Frank is just fidgeting on the phone. Even the vegan section's got smaller, hasn't it? And they put, they all do these rebranding there now. Marks and Spencer started it off. They mix all the vegan products in with the meat. I haven't been in Marks and Spencer. They did that because I'm not interested. I'm not interested in going down an aisle to find a vegan cheese if I wanted it, mixed in with all the other traditional dairy cheeses. I'm not interested. But they segregate us down a lot, and it's you're just going through it. I mean, my Aldi's absolutely awful, and so is Lidl. Lidl's not so bad. It's slightly better than the Aldi in Cheltenham, but the options are really, really poor. But I think it's good for me in one respect. It's poor because when I want a quick and easy meal, it makes my life a little bit harder. But you know what? Going forward and doing the cooking videos, which are coming, it means I'm going to be using fresh ingredients. I'll do it. I mean, I understand some people like you, Ali, have trouble when it comes to shopping, to cooking because it tires you out, right? But I do a meal, do it 3 or 4, 5 portions, keep a couple of days worth and put a few in the freezer. But, we all do our different way. I'll either be, yeah, but the trouble is, they put all their plant kitchen, isn't it, Marks and Spencer's? They mixed it all up last year, so I stopped going. Unless they've re-changed it, they stopped going. You had to go. It used to be the little separate bit, wouldn't it, with vegan and vegetarian. And I don't mind that. Please, if you've got any questions, anyone, put them in. Yes, I stopped shopping in Marks and Spencer now that are Polish with the. But don't you see? They've literally shot themselves in the foot there. They're not getting it. But you go to Sainsbury's. I do go into. They're pretty good at having it segregated, aren't they? And they have their separate bit, and it's not too bad in Sainsbury's. Aldi's pretty dire in Cheltenham. I have not been in, even though my best friend is at Morrison's, but it's the Gloucester one. I don't go to Morrison's. I can't. When I did go, wasn't overly impressed. I've stopped, so I don't know what the situation is there. Oh, the Frozen's all together at Mars. See, oh, that's interesting. I need to sort all my own stuff out, but it's difficult. Waitrose do those meal deals but they've got nuts in them. I can't have them. Asda are pretty good. To be honest. I mean, I've noticed this year with Asda, they've got a few. I do pop in there. I went in there this week. I went in there for spring onions. Walked out with a bunch of spring onions and 2 melons, which didn't go in the food shop thing, but cantaloupe, or whatever they call them, melons. I've got 2 of them there. Eating a lot of melon at the moment, and they are good. I love their burrito, but I can't have it amongst the bread. And I was going to say to you, I've noticed they've prolonged a few things which are normally only there for Christmas. They're still doing them, like the Wellington in that. There's a few bits and pieces, but I'm just not having them at the moment. But yeah, they are pretty good altogether, like that. And so, like I said, Sainsbury's can't fault them. But it's weird because at Easter we had more Easter egg options than we've ever had. I've noticed. And yet another thing, and I wonder how they're going to do us at Christmas this year, because they will know already. They will already be putting their orders in for Christmas, because that's their next big thing, isn't it? Is their Christmas line, party foods. But yeah, I just don't know. Shane, Asda's now one of the best for us. I'm talking to my friend the other day about this as well. The trouble I found with Asda is their fruit and veg doesn't last as long. It's something to do apparently with how their production, how it's stored before it gets to the stores. So I got backache again. I always get backache if I sit like this for too long. Old age. old age coming in. But yeah, they're pretty decent all round, and their vegan options are great. And they've also got their free from section we can go through. And I did for a split second think of picking up a packet of the flapjack cookie biscuit things from Asda the other day when I was in there, but I didn't. I behaved myself and I didn't get them. Aren't I good? Yes, but yeah, they do some really good products. But I like it when you go around them each because supermarkets, these promotions they do. So like at the moment, tofu. I've never had so much tofu in my fridge. The other day, I had a record amount of tofu blocks in there. They've all got pretty good date on them. And I could chuck it in the freezer if need be, which doesn't do tofu no harm whatsoever. But their promotions rove to different supermarkets. Did anyone watch Jane? Did anyone watch that? I'm reading this now to give you my answer. Did anyone watch those vegan guys vlog about buying food from Gone Beyond its best before date, yet still safe to eat, much cheaper? Yes, I did. And do you know what, Jane? I kid you not, it finished about 3 minutes. I finished watching it about 3 minutes before I went live. It was good. But you've got that, I can't forget that shop they have up that way as well. And it goes into, I've only seen the nearest one I've seen is in Wales. I can't think where it was in Wales. They go there a fair bit. Is it Erin Foods or something? It's a really good supermarket, but we don't have them here. Do you know what, Ali? I study stuff past the day. You know, I'm going to say something now. I've been a paranoid person about dates for as long as I can remember. But B&R who come here, they release stuff which has gone way past, and I'm like, I ain't touching. But they do it, and they're absolutely fine. But they're away at the moment with family, so I should say. But they do it all the time. It was really good, but you're right. There aren't many of those stores, but I think there are some online places that sell. I'm not too sure. Hello, Matt. Okay. M&S had some interesting convenience items, but since getting rid of them and not selling other brand products, their vegan options looked incredibly thin. So I guess why they put them in with corpses. Okay, now that's interesting. But the thing is, my back's gone again. Do you know? Seriously, Marks and Spencers, they do that roll. Well, they did that roll when I went in the sandwich roll. Loved it a bit, the vegan pastrami, whatever it was. But I think back when everywhere else was 2-3 quid, it was $4.75 then. It's the cost things as well. Ali the vegan cat, I've just had squeaky bean tuna 4 days out and still good. James put, I'm glad you getting a bit of time in the house to buy yourself must sometimes be a strain. And do you know what? The two sisters. One's easy to get on with. The younger one's easier to get on with. The older one's setting away, and she doesn't really want to be here. Let's be honest. She's got family. It's just I can understand where it's not that she wants to be here because of me, because her family's 40 miles down the road, and she wants to be with them. I totally get that. As for who's here 95% of the time, at least, last time she was away properly was Easter. She went away Christmas, Easter, and then it was a family birthday just over the border in Wales. So she's gone there, and say Monmouth because that's where it is. But the weird thing is, they're not very time conscious in the sense that if they say they're going to be somewhere at a certain time, take it like a piece of string. And so where am I going with this? Originally, she was going to be back last week. I can't remember what day it was now. Then she said she was coming back Friday, and then Thursday she said she's coming back Tuesday. So she might come back, she might not. But we've got a meeting in a couple of weeks, which she'll have to be back for. So, yeah, it's nice to have the time, but I find it strange. Like, I'm out the house every morning from at least 8 till 5. I'll come in, maybe have a snack and a drink, drop the dog, Digby and Frankie off, and do a few things. But I'm off in and out. But then quite often she would use the oven, which I don't really use the oven. I bought them as soon as the oven broke. I bought a new one for them. But she will cook, and she will. It can be challenging. Let's just leave it there. Don't worry, they've cancelled the New York pastrami. Oh, that's it. The New York, they cancelled it. That's the. Do you know? Before I read the rest, I remember because I went vegan in January 2020. Greggs was pretty good. You had a vegan baked steak, you had a vegan sausage roll, and they had some really nice vegan tuna option rolls and a chicken option roll. And I've not seen them since lockdown. Yeah, but I know the state, and they changed it. I've not been in Greggs this year. Probably went in twice last year. And you pay the extra, and it's always cold. And I don't want to go down that route. It's just everywhere's downsized, haven't they? I think when it rises again, it'd be great. But so hard for the Ukrainian ladies, but still, it's an amazing thing that they've opened doors to them. So a bit of appreciation would be nice. I intentionally went, I have to change that. Yeah, one is very good. The older one, I mean, I came when I came. Sorry, Frankie, you farted, Gil. Frankie, is that you? You right, Gil? Frankie, what's that smell? Thank you. You're just very relaxed, Gil. Come on. Oh, sorry about that, guys. You didn't need to know about that. You can. I say to you, just do that. Going. Sorry, Frankie, just think, yeah. Where was I going on my rambling waffle? Oh, yeah. R broke a cup. Doesn't sound a big. She broke the handle came off a cup, but it was a 4-piece that went in a pile, which made a flower sign. And there were tons of cups, but she took an attraction to. She broke down, but what she did, the handles come off, and it's just it can be glued back. It's not a big deal, but she put it in, and she put it in the stack. And then I noticed it straight away. She broke the salt pot. She must have dropped it. Accidents happen, but she didn't tell me. I had to find it myself. It's annoying, but the first world problem for me. So yeah, it's just not getting back to it is nice to have a bit of space, but they don't cause any harm really, and I've got it a lot easier than they have, and that's what I have to remind myself at times. The one thing I will say is though, they saturate when they clean with cold water, and I've got to get a new kitchen unit at some stage in the very near future where the sink gets, but they flooded it every day. They wash, and I have tried talking about it, and I tried to explain it, but when you go in your socks into your kitchen, your tiled floors, and your socks are wet, you're thinking, it's not as bad, but it can be. But I don't want to do all that whinging again because I've had my say on that. Don't need to be doing that. Yeah. So yeah, supermarkets, but it's all about money, isn't it? Let's be honest. And if they could get more, I think it's supermarket, and it's also the ultra processed side of things, because now we're all getting told you can't have, and you shouldn't have this, you shouldn't have that. It's not in too much. You can have it in moderation, sort of thing. But then I'm happy now to go and buy a cauliflower and I've been doing cauliflower steaks and buffalo cauliflower wings and just plain old cauliflower and a vegetable Sunday roast. You know what I mean? They all make me happy. So maybe that's the way forward. They're still getting the same amount of money out of me, but I'm not spending it through This Isn't So Much or Bol or Richmond's or. I do want a Linda McCartney burger soon. So I had an awful Beyond Burger. It was a Beyond Burger, but it was spoons cooked it to a crisp. It was like crunchy. So yeah, but I went into Spoons first time I've been in there in well over a year. They've increased their vegan plan. They had two chilies, a curry, a burger, and they had something. They even do a vegan breakfast. So they've increased that. I used to only ever have 2 options, and I went on first, and I could have 5 different options. That's an improvement. So well done, Witherspoons. I'll say that. Got to give credit where it's due. But yeah, it's expensive for everybody to go out and socialise, eat out socially, but also, I'm going to put this, it's expensive for everyone to eat out socially, but I'm quite happy when I don't go out eating socially. You know, it's just, I don't enjoy the experience. I prefer water to Pepsi Max now. I nearly had a line called it, but I thought, well, I'm having sugar syrup and soda water and paying the same, so I'll have the Pepsi Max. But I woke up the next day with a fuzzy head. It was the Pepsi Max, and it's the chemicals, isn't it, in the things? So, you know, just me. I've got my cup of tea, which is pretty cold now, but it's peppermint tea, so there's no caffeine in it. Just I've not had any caffeine for 32 days, and you don't have to get an headache when you go off it at first for a few days. But yeah, all about profit margins for everyone, and it's difficult because there's so many different interlinked brands out there, isn't there? From you know, I try not to buy Nestle, but then you go down the route. It's when you guys point out when I bought the wrong toothpaste or whatever, and that's not vegan. Oh, the washing, what? Not toothpaste. Washing. It was on offer. I had a voucher for a free bottle of Fairy washing that liquid, and it was that. And you were absolutely right. But I was just looking at the fact that it was free, and I always buy the Tesco own brand one. But it's so difficult. You know what? About the thing I'm missing is I'm truthfully missing. I want a slice of sourdough toast with either jam on it, which doesn't even avocado toast would be nice. Sourdough toast with avocado. I'm missing a slice of avocado toast or a slice of bread. I can't even have a tin soup at the moment. I did have Suma black bean chili yesterday with a jacket potato. It was nice, but it's tinned. I know it's not as bad as some of the others. What I'm trying to say to you is, I am swaying. I am swaying slightly. Like technically, I should have tempeh, which I don't like. Just give you that out there now. Don't buy tempeh, guys, unless you've tried it and you like it. Don't do it on my say so, but I just don't like it. I've tried it 3 or 4 times now. I can't get too used to it. I've still got a block in the freezer, but that would be the last block. Unless that blows my mind and turns my outlook, that would be the last block I ever have. But tempeh, no. I've got tofu, which I'm not technically meant to have. I mean, I'll go into it in the videos. There are so many restrictions that I have changed it a little bit, but caffeine in the sugar side of things is where I've drawn. So I bought protein powder, but I've made it a plain because there's no sugars in there. I'll read the comments there. But yeah, I've not had alcohol for, like I said, 501 days, which I didn't realise until just checked earlier. Caffeine, I will be straight back on the caffeine. I don't think I'll give up caffeine. I have found I can get the decaf cafe coffee pods. They're not too bad. I don't have too many because they're always going to get. See, I use a lot of Marks and Spencer's own cleaners. I have a new cleaner start. She eco cleans using a lot using lemon and white vinegar. Starts Monday. At the last time, after the last time, oh, good. Do you know what? I've never done the lemon and vinegar. I know it works, but I've never done it. And a bit of sort of using it like a score on the lemon. I should do. I usually use. Is it it's Ineos cleaning bread. I bought a load when it was on offer, and it is green, vegan, and not tested on animals and all that. I did check it all out, and But yeah, oh, it's because I'm hunched over all the time. Yeah, it's I hope your cleaner works out for you as well. I really do, Jane. Ali, sorry. I hope your cleaner works out for you. But yeah, Tim, um, I'll do a kitchen cupboard sometime, and I'll do a cleaning. Go through all my stuff because it's a minefield, isn't it? And that is the extra. Vegans are extra vigilant, aren't they, in what we buy and where we buy, and all sorts, and rightly so. But yeah, in yours, I've used them. Taylor and Nash is another vegan and cruelty-free brand. Okay, I was Jane. I was in Poundland the other day and saw all this Astonish and other. Yeah, I've got loads of that in the cupboard. That Astonish was originally I got that in Aldi, and then they started selling it in Tesco's, and now it's in Poundland and other clean stuff that those vegan guys use. The price were amazing, so I'll be going back when they need to restock. I'm actually plan on going into town tomorrow and popping into Grape Tree. I really don't need to buy any more. My kitchen's full of stuff, the long life stuff like the hemp and someone said about, and I'll check it all out when I'm in there. I could order it online, but I tend to, when I get an offer on, found in Tesco's Astonished is great. Yeah, it's also great. Also, yeah, what I do, if they give me a voucher, and I've got them on the go at the moment, the first one, spend 80, which is a lot of money, and I don't spend 80. My shops don't come to £80 a week. They don't come to 60. But when it comes to 80, but they give you £12 at the moment, it's £8, so that's 10% off. And you're getting your points towards Christmas. So I always save all my points for Christmas, my club card points for Christmas. I will stock up on toilet rolls. I will stock up on cleaning products. The non-perishables. I will stock up to the cows come home, thinking, well, if I don't have to buy them for a year, I don't have to buy them for a year, whatever it is, and that's how I use them. And also, if I don't need any cleaning stuff, I will get an extra 4 tins of chickpeas. If you noticed in my shops, I'm buying beans and chickpeas, but I'm not using them anywhere near the rate that I'm buying them. My meal tomorrow, by the way, I'm going to do a Thai curry, which will have tofu, the sugar snap peas, and the little corn pieces in it minimum. I might even do some aubergine in it. I fancy that, to be honest with you. I really do. Oh, well, the trouble is, I hope you're doing a vlog about the grapetree oil. The trouble with these grapetree oil, my grape trees in the town centre, I could film it in there, but they're never that. There's always only one member of staff. They always seem miserable. And I don't want to say, can I video in here? And I won't probably be buying that much stuff. A lot of the stuff like the nuts that I'd love to buy, I can't eat. So I don't need any currants or raisins. I've got a massive ton of them. I want to make a trail mix up. So I need some, with the different Amiga, some seeds, the mixes, the chia seed. I'll have a look. I might get some. Do you know what? I'll do a video, even if it's only a small video on it, okay? I'll do a video even if it's a small video, but it might only be 2 or 3 pieces, and I'll be hanging it out just for the short of a minute. Yeah, this is because what I've noticed is the things that are really calorific, like sunflower seeds. I bought a big bag of sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds. But I got from the natural grocery store, and they're about £5, but it's a big kilo bag. I haven't got around to using them yet because I'm using the ones from Tesco's, which worked out a lot more expensive than the most expensive grocery store. It's crazy. Give me a sec. I'm going to go and grab some for an example. Can I grab some? I'm going to go and grab some for an example. Yeah, I am. Just give me a sec. Oh. I'm on my way back. 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 This is the hemp meal seeds with flax and chia seeds. It was $4.25 for 200 gram pack, and I've been putting this on every day for the extra fibre. I've been putting it in my yogurts. The hemp, which is £7, it's just hemp. I've not opened that yet, James. I can't do. That's, I want to go through something. If I do, I want to make sure I get it all right. 500 grams of chia seeds is $3.95 at Tesco's. At the moment, there's an offer. I was tempted with the 80. That's why I'm going to Grapetree tomorrow to decide which way I'm going to do it. 500 gram is $3.95, but they've got 3 for the price of 4 at the moment. Okay, 3 for the price of 4. Oh, I'm glad they're both the same. So I've got pumpkin seeds as well. This bag of pumpkin seeds, which is 150 grams, was 179 for 150 grams. Okay, and 179. Sorry. Oh. And they're such a great place. Yeah, appreciate that you've been in and out of a chat. You know we enjoy the waffle. No, we do. We love a waffle. Sorry, yeah. So this is 179 for 200 grams. But this is what scares the crap bejeebers out of me. Good fats and fibre and protein, totally. 100 grams of this is 599 calories. So that's basically, that bag is 900 calories. But I only put 10 grams on deliberately, because then it's like 60 calories, right? But bear with, that bag is 179, right? I got this from a shop called the Natural Grocery Store in Cheltenham. Bath Road's really expensive. This is a kilo bag. I'm going to give you a minute to put your bids in. This kilo bag from the most expensive grocery store in Cheltenham, how much was it? It's a kilo bag. It's also essential organic. It's organic. This one is 179, right? 200 grams, 150 grams, 179. This kilo bag, essential organic, sunflower seeds, clearly marked vegan, non-GMO. Ingredients: sunflower seeds. I love it. It's an essential trade in the pioneer worker cooperative. Gosh, it's a fire. Go on, I'm going to give you a few minutes. Give me how much you pay for kilo of this for the 179 for 150. 6.5 times the size, right? We source quality vegetarian, non-GMO foods and supply them independent. This is vegan, by the way. Retailers both across the UK and abroad. We have been promoting organic, healthy, fair trade and free from living since we began in 1971. This bag is packed with our solar-powered facility in our vibrant hometown of Bristol. Bristol's brilliant for vegans, to be honest with you. Find out more. That's essential, blah, blah, blah. Organic sunflower 0% may contain traces of celery and gluten, mustard seed, whatever. They all do expect storage. Anyone at all going to tell me how much I paid for this kilo bag compared to this 150, which was 179? That was when it was on offer. It's usually 229, by the way. Well, this kilo bag was 395. Makes no sense. I love a bargain. You like a waffle, I like a bargain. I'm going to put these back because it's like an OCD. I don't want them hanging around. I'll be back in 1 minute, guys. Just put these back where I got them from. All right. Oh. I'm back. So in truthfulness, I don't imagine a great tree will even compete with them, to be honest with you, because that was a steal. As far as I'm concerned, that was a bargain, an absolute steal. I can't complain at that. Jane, £3.95. £12, Jane put. Thank you, Jane, for putting over. I found them by accident. I'll check the date. So, but that would last me 150. That small packet lasts me 15 days. That will last me 3 to 6 months. I've got good containers. I might get another bag at some stage, but I don't need it. I have to remember that at times. But we all know things never go down in price, so yeah, £3.95. Everybody loves a bargain. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, that's right, just checking. Yeah, the waffle scented on. So I went off on a waffle one, and that's that. They also do a really good tea bag, but I buy the peppermint tea bags in Tesco's, not the pigs or whatever they're called. Sorry, not the tea pigs, which are really expensive. I buy the Tesco's peppermint, £1.75 for 40 tea bags. They do a nice one, but it's £3.79 for, I think it's 20 tea bags. So I don't know. The waffle's kind of drying up now, guys. I found a channel, called Veggie Vibe Air Fryer. I stopped making sushi after this broccoli and courgette. No, I'm not a fan of broccoli. What is your least favourite vegetable? Mine's got to be broccoli. It's got to be right up there as least favourite, to be honest with you. Cauliflower is right up there. Broccoli's not. Oh, sorry. I stopped. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'll wrap this up in 10 minutes, guys, because I am getting tired. And my back aches when I lean over. That's when I sit in the dining room and I've got the computer chair. It's not the best, but it's better for your back overall. Ali, Sprouts, won't touch them. You know what, Ali? I like Sprouts, and I bought a big bag of frozen peas and a frozen Sprouts the other week in Tesco's, and I steamed them. And like you said, I steamed them, but I may have steamed them just a little bit too long. So then I put some in the air fryer, and they were all right. But then after that, I put some in my curry the other day, and they were absolutely delicious. I couldn't believe it. I mean, at Christmas, I used to do like a finely chop up the sprouts and do them. It was a Jamie Oliver recipe. I will never take credit for someone but they do this one, and I found it really, really good, to be honest with you. But yeah, I don't mind sprouts, but I'm glad thank you for answering that, because it's interesting. Everyone. There's a guy called Plant Geezer. He's got a live coming out. Right, Jane. Oh, I'm going to get into this. Sorry, before I get into Jane's, there's a guy called Plant Geezer. He's the one I was telling you about who was having trouble with vegan backlash the other week. So I say sweet potato. I eat them because they're really often, but don't enjoy them. Broccoli is also rank. Do you know what? I've got a kilo and a half of sweet potatoes. You said it there, Alfie, but do you know, I just don't like them. I always seem to go in and pick up the test. I got some organic new potatoes in the food shop, you saw all the bags. Sorry, I boiled them up, drain them off, and I cut them in half in the oven in the steam air fryer, and then I put a little bit of olive oil over it with some sea salt and rosemary. Love them, but sweet potatoes I struggle so much with. Jane, love sprouts but can't be bothered with all the prep. Ali, I like purple sprouts and intended. See, that's the brassica ranges. I'm not the biggest fan of brassicas, but I'll tell you what I have done. If you saw the food shop, the white and the red cabbage, I finely slice it. I make like a Greek kebab, so I'm going to allow myself to get my back's really, really beginning to. It's what's put me off this. I'll get the red cabbage, and do you know I make a coleslaw using red and white cabbage? And well, what I did the other week, and I've done it again this week, yesterday. Bear with my back. Well, what I've started doing is like a doner kebab. Sorry, because my back's just aching for a minute. I started slicing some cabbage. I'll start a video on it. Red cabbage, white cabbage. I've run out of the chilies. You know, like the long chilies that they have in kebabs. I've run out of the jar. I've used the jar I had up, but I've put them in fire. Some sliced tomato, some sea salt, proper sea salt, Atlantic sea salt. I'm trying to think. Maybe a squeeze of lemon. But it's really, really nice raw. But it does make me a bit carty at times. Just there's an area in Japan where people live really long lives, and sweet potatoes is a staple of that. Yeah, I saw that. I originally came across the Blue Zone. They're called the Blue Zones, aren't they? There's a place in Greece, there's a place in Japan, and there's 5 Blue Zones, I believe. I'm trying to think where it is in Japan. But yeah, you're right, they do. But I should imagine, if I'm not mistaken, they also have fish. So maybe we're not destined for the long life being vegan. I don't know. Do you know, Ali? I can be in the mood for a sweet potato. I'll cook it, and then I'm not in the mood. By the time I've cooked it, I'm just not in the mood. I need to cook it when I'm not in the mood. Open that, I'll be in the mood when I've made it. I mean, sweet potatoes. I cook them in the air fryer or in the oven. Turn them over halfway. I'll even eat the skin. Shut the fire. But or I'll wedge them up and have them for chips. But I've seen the sweet potato brownie, and I've never been. Oh, but saying that, back in the day, and I won't make one. And it's an old River Cottage recipe, so let's be truthful. Chocolate beetroot brownie, really, really good. And it's got fresh beetroot in it. Obviously, don't use the pickled stuff. You get fresh beetroot and chocolate flour. It's really nice. But it's got sugar in it, so it's all sold under an Alfie concept. It's all sold under an Alfie concept when, let's be truthful, it's not that great, Alfie, is it? So, yeah, sweet potato. It's like Marmite, isn't it? Oh, okay. That squeaky bean chorizo pie is the only one I haven't tried of theirs, to be honest. They've got a few out, haven't they? But mashed potatoes, you know, if I do that, if I bake it and then mash it, use the mashed potato, but I'm still not a great fan of it. Maybe gravy, but proper traditional gravy got flour in it, and I'm not permitted to use. Well, sits up properly. I say not permitted. I tend to not. You're not meant to use flour in this challenge, so I haven't. My favourite vegetable is the ones I ate as a child: peas, carrots, sprouts, and green beans. Oh, Jane, I love peas. I do get the occasional carrot when Frankie lets me. Sprouts are like green beans. I eat green beans, but I wouldn't say in the top favourite. But then that's interesting because I would change the green beans for cauliflower for me. I do like cauliflower. I don't mind leeks a couple of times a year. I like aubergine if I cook it my way. I dice it and have it in a curry, or I thinly slice it, cook it in the air fryer, and have it with, if I'm like onion marmalade. Oh, banging sandwich, toast it, and then absolutely banging toasted sandwich. Aubergine, but a lot of people don't like aubergine. I used to do all my own pickled onions by the ton. You get a big sack and do them, brine them, do them properly, pickle them, and give them for presents at Christmas. Did that for a few years. I'm just trying to think about how, like, what we've done and how life has changed. My daughter loved pickled onions. I should make them for her again sometime, but I don't even know where you get the onions from now. It's the shop I used to go to, the vegetable shop, does no longer exist. It's now a part of a car cleaning place. Yeah, that's the waffle side of things. Trying to think. I like veg. I do like red cabbage. I love making braised red cabbage, but I make a big batch of it at Christmas time normally. Fruits. I love raspberries. I love raspberries. But I'll tell you what, I've never been a fan of strawberries, but I would say I've had more strawberries in the last 30 days than I've done the last 5 years. I mean, I've only had 3 or 4 pennies, but I've eaten more melons than I've ever had. So I'm not a melon connoisseur as such, but I'm really into and it's the purple sweet potatoes that are the really healthy ones. Yeah, they're probably even worse than the orange ones. The texture I just like. Also, they're hairy bits. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? I don't know if there'd be any difference in taste, because don't forget, heritage carrots. Carrots were originally purple. Did you know that? Carrots were originally purple. And the heritage carrots, the original carrots, you get different colours. Yeah. The orange is for the marketing. So it's really difficult to, I don't know if they taste, but if you have any coloured carrot, they all taste the same. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting at. Do you know what? If I do a stew or casserole, whatever you want to call it, I haven't bought the Instapot yet. So I'll look into it in a couple of weeks, and I'm off on my back. But I will quite happily put in. Sometimes I put a barley mix in. I quite like barley in my stews and casserole. It makes them healthier. But where are we going? I'll put carrot in there, onion in there. I do put potatoes, but I do prefer not to put potatoes in and have them mashed separate. Parsnips. If I don't put onion, I'll put leek in. Sometimes I put peas in. Trying to think. Just trying to think. Yeah, just making sure I didn't miss any. There are so many different things that I would put in. I'm just trying to think for you guys what I would do. Not for in the stew. Oh, swede, turnips. I'll put the whole lot in. The deeper, they say it's like the greens, isn't it? The polyphenols in the broccoli, kale, and the really dark kales and that, the really dark kales. And so that'd be the same with the polyphenols and the purple sprouting, I guess. Theoretically, yeah, it's the polyphenols which make them healthier. But yeah, we're going down. Am I going to? Just do a quick thing. Let's just do this while we're on the. Right, going for it. I've just done it. The healthiest vegetables are nutritious dense options like spinach. I buy spinach, but I'm not a fan of spinach. Kale, and broccoli, which are high amounts of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and very few calories. Leafy greens, watercress is up there. Cruciferous. I don't know. Vegetables: broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage. Colourful roots and vegetables: carrots are iron beta carotene, which our body turns into vitamin A to support iron skin health. Beets, rich in natural nitrates and help improve blood flow and heart health. Bell peppers, exceptionally high in vitamin C. Better news. So, top 15: spinach, kale, broccoli, peas, sweet potatoes, beets, carrots, fermented vegetables, tomatoes, garlic, onions, alfalfa, sprouts I've got on the go at the moment, bell peppers, cauliflower, seaweed, which is great. Seaweed, Brussels sprouts, Swiss chard, asparagus, red cabbage. So yeah, interesting. Really interesting, to be honest with you. But that's the veg. We'll do fruits next weekend, shall we? Because I really like my fruit, to be honest with you. It's got a sweet tooth. Go. Bear with them. Interesting. Yeah, gonna wrap it up in a. I think we should wrap this up, guys, because I'm getting tired. It's nearly 10 o'clock. We've been going for an hour and 52. I did waffle at the beginning in case anyone missed. I talked about the Fars Open Day. Frankie's got wind. Make sure she goes out in a minute. Oh, because she was fed after her last walk. Oh my God. I'm going to go. She never suffers from wind that I've never noticed before, to be honest. Yeah, fruit next week. We will. Here's a fun fact. I only started eating radishes after I saw them. Like, oh, right. The radish, right. Oh, I'm going to give you 3 things with the radish, Jane, right? Take the little top bit off and the bottom bit off. Roast them in a pan. I will do a pan, anything I want roasted in it, whether it's potatoes, radishes, chickpeas are really good roasted in that pan as well. All sorts. Just put the bits in at different times. The radish need a bit of a time to cook when you roast them, though. So the potatoes the longest. Potatoes and parsnips and carrots first, because carrots are doing a bit bigger in depth. Then after 10-15 minutes, I'll do a video on it, but then you put the radish in, and then you can put some sweet corn kernels if you want in, and then for the last 15-20 minutes put your things like your kidney beans or your black eyed beans or your chickpeas and that in it. I forgot put the cloves, put some sliced up onion in it when you put the radish in, and some garlic. Absolutely banging, honestly. But I use radish when I do coleslaw, which I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to avoid vegan mayonnaise, because if you see how gunky it is, and when you try and get that in my intestines, I'm trying not to get down that route. But if I do use like an Heinz or an Almonds vegan mayonnaise, red and white cabbage, some grated carrot, and slice that. And I kind of dice them like small matchsticks, but really good. I'll also put cress in my coleslaw. But that's an interesting fact. Good, yeah. Jake, hello, Jake. Hello, welcome. Thank you for your lovely art emoji. It's really appreciated. But we have been going for almost 2 hours. So I'll tell you what, let's do it, because Jake just made a comment. If you've got anything you want to say, mate, please do. Really appreciated. We'll carry on till 2-hour mark. It's only 5 minutes, so we'll wrap things up in the last 5 minutes. But there are different things you can do with a radish. So I can do a tray bake. I've not got that in mind. I've got a massive list of cooking things, but I think the cooking might come on a bit thick and fast, to be honest, in a good way, to make up. Because the food shops, which I love doing, they could end up going almost short form because there's not much of ingredient change, so you can do it. But I want to do an homemade granola. I've got cakes. I love cakes. Yeah, I've still got sweet turf. So, I think it's doing that. So radish are good. That sounds amazing. Would you have a rice or another grain? What's that with? Jane? What's the? Are you on about with the coastal? Because I usually have the coastal with the Iggly pie, and I'm trying to think which one. I like, I buy my packets of rice, even though I've got a rice cooker which I never use because it's just me. I could easily use it. Please, I'm sorry, Jake. If you're new to the channel, thank you for watching and putting a few comments in. That really appreciated. Give it a thumbs up if you haven't already and you're watching, please give it a thumbs up because it helps the algorithm. You can watch it from the beginning, and it's a lot of waffle tonight, but it usually is on a Saturday night. It's just an informal, relaxed chat, and there are different members. There's some real staple members, and Matt, Ali, and Jane always sort of around, but there are others as well. And just please, that'd be great if you give it a thumbs up, something to get used to. Go back and watch it, or some of the other videos. Subscribing would be amazing. It really, like I said, it all helps the channel. Next week's will be at 8 o'clock. I wanted to start when it gets dark and winter nights. I'll start doing them a little bit earlier, say 7 o'clock. But next week, because I've got fast, I've got to get back from fast after the day, and I want to get myself sorted. We'll keep it at 8 o'clock for now. The following week is going to be a Friday or Sunday, purely because I've got the ice hockey. But it's the only Saturday that I've got something planned in the very foreseeable future, to be honest, that would be affected. With the roasted veg? No, sorry. I do the roasted veg like it's a Sunday roast. I do all those veg. I do them like a gravy. I make an homemade gravy. Make it with a bit of veg oil, which I know is no good for you. The flour, or you can buy the Tesco's gravy, like Paul and Jason, those vegan guys do. I usually do it like a Sunday roast. When you see my Sunday roast, I'll do a load of different veg in the pan. Yeah, and some steamed veg as well. Quite happy to put any steamed veg in it, to be honest, but I usually do it that way. Yeah, I do I tend to do that on a Sunday when I just want to, and it is nice. It's really, sorry, uncomfortable. But so that's what that's about. Sorry for the waffle and the whinging. I do the roasted veg as a Sunday sort of thing. I could do it in the week. I just can't be bothered half the time. But we should do one. But yeah, so the funny thing is, I always have Christmas dinner around my daughters and son-in-laws, and I've already been invited this year because they've got a new house, they've got a big kitchen and that. But I never do Christmas dinner at home, vegan for myself, because but then Paul and Jason do every Christmas day, don't they? So yeah, let's wrap this up, guys. Hope you mind, because it is coming up to 2 hours. Thank you as always. You've been amazing. Everyone who's watched, interacted, thumbs up, liked, really appreciated. You are all great. Don't forget the channel. The videos will be out all through the week. I have got to do this next one, the Primal 61, because I want it out there because there's going to be a number of them. If you don't like them, just skip them. Don't even watch it for the adverts. Just see what you think. If you don't like the first one, it'll be the basics in the first one. I've got all written down what we're going to talk about. If you don't like it, just skip them. The shorts are coming. I did the short just before this one went out. Just Frankie and Digby today on the walk. Oh, last thing, the League of Shame. I'll talk about it here first of all, Jane, and I'll message because you asked in the comments. Marley was one little one. He just kept going off. He just wouldn't. He goes off too far, and you're calling him and calling him and calling him. He always comes back eventually, but it's at his terms. But if he sees another dog, he will go miles away. Well, not miles, but hundreds of meters away. And he just was misbehaving. Lexi, the other one, she just gets really chopsy. She's friendly. She's not got a malice bone in her, but she just too chopsy at times. And on the first day when I had 2 on the lead, and you made the comment about them, it wasn't me, it was him. The other little one, 2 minutes later, was on the lead as well, because he really played me up when it was a cattle gate, and we'd gone through one of those swing gates. You go halfway through, and Ollie had gone under, and he ran off down the lane. He would not come back to the pack. And then it was like he thought he was in trouble, so he was not going to come back. Yeah, I do as well. I do watch Paul and Jason's videos, not so much the lives. And I do occasionally watch the lives on a different night, but not always. But yeah, they're very good at that, aren't they? They're good. Thank you, everyone, because I think it might be Jane and Ali, or Jake now, or someone. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this up. Yeah, they are really good, and they do things for the community by doing Christmas Day, which is appreciated for all those who watch it, isn't it? And it's just nice. It's festive. We all do our bit on the run up to Christmas our own way. And, let's see how that goes this year. Ty's just come back in. He's just jumped up. He's going to cause trouble. But please, if you can get used to it, anything vegan, basically. Meal of the day, book reviews, food shops, general chat and waffle, and dog walks. Please subscribe. That'd be amazing. Till then, everyone, take care, stay safe, and good night. Thank you for watching. Bye. Bye. Yeah, and Ty says bye too. Come on. That was perfect. Ty, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on then. All right. Bye, mate. You just really